That I need to feel comfortable in not feeling comfortable. Nice. I feel very uncomfortable right now.
Yep, that's how I usually feel when I'm in the center of attention, depending on how strongly I listen to the voices in my head that constantly talk, otherwise known as thoughts. I don't know about you, but in my past, they were not reliable guides. Very easy to manipulate from people and society, quick in judging and creating fear, and leading me to make choices that were not for my highest good. That's why I make choices with my life from a different place now. Choices that look insane to most people. Maybe that's particularly strong in Germany, where we have a saying, Kind, du musst doch was Vernünftiges machen. Which basically means, child, you gotta do a proper job now, no matter what, or you'll end up as a homeless on the streets. Oh boy, that sounds scary. I don't know whose thought that was, but definitely not mine. It is easier to do something than nothing. So, when I have the urge to travel, I make sure now it's not because I try to find an escape from something in me, but because it really feels right. After months of inner work in my parents' home, the signs all pointed to go back to the one place on earth that feels more like home than any other, and where my inner journey began many years ago, although I didn't know it at that point. Oh, Ireland. Last year I found Peter, his 2 horses, and his Bengal cat in the internet and decided to house it for him in the last minute. The thing is, we did not have a video chat, nor messaged a lot, nor did he have a lot of photos, and no references, which my mind usually interprets as a certain possibility to getting murdered and buried in the marsh with my body never getting found. But something behind my thoughts deeply knew that it was right, and I took the chance, packed my things, and took the flight in the next 24 hours. Only to come back again this year, in May. This time, my beautiful soul friend Jasmine came along for a while, creating loads of video material together, which I'll make into our videos soon, but most importantly, we both followed our intuition, leading us step by step. And this is my intuition telling me that tastes like cow milk. And this is me ignoring it for another 3 swallows. But afterwards thankful to see how much your body and your taste buds can change through a plant-based diet. Another time we were led by numbers to this little restaurant, where I had probably the worst food of my entire life so far. Which is for one showing me that food seems to throw me in complete automatic unconsciousness. But it also made us walk by this little cafe, which we wouldn't have found otherwise. Full of CBD. And good vibes. Following the intuition means being constantly open to see things different, free from judgment. It means to use the eyes and ears in an open way, a bit like a child that sees everything for the first time. That's how we are making ourselves able to receive guidance through things we read, for example.
Again and again.
Or through repeating numbers.
Oh my god, this here.
Sometimes it is through places you accidentally pass by, like this gallery that we found. Sometimes it's something people say, or something you hear in the radio. Sometimes it's just a feeling inside. Most importantly, there are no rules. And even when it looks like things don't make sense, they might so down the long haul. Time to get serious.
Can we go? Yeah, we can go! Okay. Und jetzt das G. Nochmal. Da. Da. Ich weiß. Ja.
Okay. Ich glaube, ich bleibe beim A. Ist das A?
Ja, das ist ein A.
Is it A? In the jungle, mighty. Cock, 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 cock.
because it's important to be serious.
This morning my friend and I spontaneously said we would like to go to Galway, and of course we didn't make any plans, but we just drove by this ruin, the form of friary, and what can I say? It's magical here. Huh. Life is magical. Why? I don't know. It just is. There is something about ruins that brings me peace. Because it makes you realize how insignificant buildings are and how short your life is. And ruins are a bit more direct than a graveyard, because you don't really see how destructive time is and that nothing stays forever. But when you see ruins, you properly can see how everything falls apart. And through all the movies, we know how things might have looked back then, and seeing how they do now, it's a pretty good feeling to see that nothing stays on Earth. Brings me comfort. Thank you, runes.
But life is not life without contrast. After silence, there's music, and where to find that better than in Ireland? And now, back to the beginning.
This is where everything started for me 5 years ago, where I realized I don't want to have a normal life, and I didn't know how to do it back then. I didn't know it for the last couple of years, but this is where the internal process got started. And the host lady the lady that owns a hostel at the bottom of the mountain, she paid for a meditation course for me when I got kicked out of my au pair family here in Ireland. And in this meditation course, it said something, we pulled some angel cards, and I've never done it before. And they said basically that this is going to come, like an internal journey to magic and spiritual life, and that's what happened, and that is what has happened now. Now that I'm back here with you, it's like everything comes together perfectly. So there we are. Okay, not there.
We ever so often forget that life is not a destination. It is a journey, like a beautiful piece of music. It's meant to be played and enjoyed, and there is literally nowhere to get. There is nothing to achieve what we don't have already inside. Silence has the power to guide our steps, one after another, creating the most beautiful melody. What sense does it make to worry about the step I'll take in 5 minutes? It only prevents me from really enjoying the one I make right now. Of course, there is uncomfortable feelings and fear sometimes. But everything can be over in a heartbeat. The only thing that's really important is to be alive inside and to live in love. To choose love. And when we forgot to choose it in the past, then choose it now.
Heart filled with worries, no more. In a world full of sorrows, what for? You watch the world from the place beneath